Alrighty. Give me just a second. We're setting things up. That's this. There we go. There we go. Alright. There we go. Did we hit the live button? Yeah, we did. Okay. Why does it say we're offline? Are we not live? Oh, no, we are live. Okay. Perfect. Alright, let me edit the scoreboard. So we've got the age Yuzu. And then it's gonna be N9TF Obsidian. Looks like we're getting ready to start the draft. Can I have this? Here we go. I'll full screen that. Alright. That logo is pretty funny. the Akali small dick emote. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for the confirmation on the draft. Okay. Oh. I've got the draft up and waiting. It won't be too long, guys. Oh. We are just waiting for the players to load into the lobby before we start the draft. Thank you for your patience. Sorry we were getting a little late. I was finishing up a playthrough and a watch through of Dark Souls 1. We got through most of Lost Isolith today. Yeah, I started dabbling in video games during my days off. It's also a very early cast for me, so I had a really early lunch and kind of snoozing on the job. Let's just say I don't really sleep that well. So anyways, thanks to everyone who's in the stream right now. I'm gonna go get a quick jib of water, and I'm gonna be right back. We currently have 7 players out of 10 in the lobby. I believe we are waiting on a player from each side. So give me just a second. As always. Ugh. I need my jib of water. Give me my water. I need my jib of water. Do 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 do. Okay. It's subtle on side selection, I'm pretty sure. What I'm seeing here on the draft screen is the correct information. So we had a really fun stream yesterday. Special guest Uno came to cast, do the analytical parts of the draft and some gameplay while I did play-by-play yesterday. Oh, in English. I'm super happy to finally have a guest on the show. I was kind of scared that, mainly because I'm the only English caster, or the primo English caster, that no one would want to collab. But hey, it's always fun. It's always fun. So we're looking forward to maybe down the line more guests appearing on the show, and it'll be fun. I believe it's in the works. I've got some cool projects in line for you guys. I'm not going to spoil anything, but October and November are going to be action-packed months, and I hope you guys are ready for a lot of fun. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry, I had the mic off for a second. I was answering a DM on Discord. Here we go. I'm finally here. Supporting for you. Know the ones who can join in too. If your hands together, if you wanna clap, as we take you through this monkey rap. Huh, DK, Donkey Kong, is the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts if it shoots ya. It's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. Yeah, sorry it's taking a while. The players are time blind to the point of like no excuse, I guess. Style, so listen up, dudes. He can drink in size to suit her mood. He's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can float through the air and climb up trees. Yeah, I was told it was only gonna be a little bit, but there are absentees on both sides of the bracket, so I don't know what kind of penalty there would be. Maybe like I think a missed. I'm gonna close the draft screen for the time. Actually, no. There's nothing else to see. Just like a balloon. Easy Kong just digs this tune. Huh, DK. Alright. So yesterday, we saw DH pull off an amazing 2-0. Hey, what's up, Peach? Don't worry, we've got plans. We've got plans for that 24 and 48 hour streams. Just maybe in the off season for Worlds. It's a little rough right now. This is Calora. This is Division 2. Technically, our highest seeded team. Because I think the Div 1 DH isn't DH. It's just DH by name, not by org. So this is Mr. JC. Give me a second. I'll get you the names of the players that are playing tonight. We've got in Division 2 for DH Yuzu, we've got Hydrus, JC, Bly, Urkion, and Mike for Division 2. Smell oranges and coconut shells. Oh yeah. Pineapple shells. Well, I see Hydrus in the VC, so I think some people are starting to join the lobby. We've got 5 people in the VC for Yuzu, and we've got 4 people for Obsidian. So we are just missing 1 person at this point. We've already settled on side selection. It's going to be N9TF Fox on blue for game number 1. So let's hope our hometown heroes, Yuzu, can bring it back. Well, can give us an enticing best of 3. It'd be nice to see another best of 2. Well, like a 2-0. But I would love a back and forth 3 games as my last cast of the week. Hola, Empathy. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay. And some of the team members on both sides, they got lost on their way to the scrim or the match. And we're just chilling. And one day we'll bring on the webcam casts. It'll be fun. I'd have to get a webcam first, though. I kind of forgot where I put mine. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the playlist. I curated it based off the successes and the lack of DMCA claims I was going to get. Oh, nice. People are filling in. To everyone who just joined in the stream, we are currently waiting for the last member of Obsidian to show up. He is currently lost in the sauce. Yeah, this is Bomb Battlefield, the first world in Mario 64. It's a remake. I couldn't get my hands on the original. It's too old. Doesn't sound that good. But this one sounds kind of nice. I think we're missing... So they have Paradox, Bangadoo, Worshin, and Too Hard. I think they're missing their support. Goodbye, Alexa. Stop interrupting the cast. Sorry, that was my speaker. I am not closing the stream. I believe they're missing their... I don't know who... Oh. Okay, no. Okay, looks like Hydrus has made it into the lobby. That's our support. But yeah. I believe we're just missing the... It's either the support or the AD carry that we're missing on the side of Obsidian, who's not yet in the Mamago Discord VC. But the game should be started shortly. Jesus, we're 15 minutes late. Wow, I'm sorry, guys. At least the music's good. So, if you need to go get your water, go make yourself some popcorn, go get some lunch or whatever. You got time. I think we got another 5 minutes before we get in game. Let me make sure I'm not missing out on any Discord DMs. Nope. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Hello, Mr. Black Wax. Oh, nice. We're peaking. We're peaking. Oh. Now we're on to that DK64 music. Let's go. Alright, so speaking of, we have a few minutes before we actually get into the draft. So, do we have any... no, sorry, this is Frantic Factory. Do we have any Nintendo 64 enthusiasts? And if so, what's your favorite game from the console? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Peach, I don't think you can type those letters. That's a little racially motivated. But it's okay, it's not February, so I don't think there's, you know... Ocarina of Time, definitely a goated classic. I'm not gonna lie, I've never played any... the only Zelda game I believe I've played was the Minish Cap. Oh, nice! What kind of tattoo you getting? If you want to send me a picture on in DMs or whatever, I'd love to see it. If it's a cool tattoo. If it's an ugly tattoo, then you can keep it to yourself. But if it's cool, you can show me. I'm not a fan of tattoos, I'll be honest. I always say the ink do stink, but I'm just a clean boy. I've never done anything bad in life. No tattoos, no drinking, no this, no that. Hey. But to be fair, you know, nice guys, they always finish last, so if you want to take some risks in life, it's probably well warranted. Either the ghost from Destiny 2, I do not know that character. Cat. Okay, I think the crow would be cool. The Castle Crasher character is kind of that's a good jokes, you know. It's a good jokes. I don't know. Oh, nice. Alright. Looks like Obsidian are ready to draft. We should be starting very, very shortly. Sorry for the 20-minute delay, guys. But, hey, you guys are here to have some fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the entirety of the cast. Hopefully we get to cast 3 games tonight. It would kind of suck to end a week on 3 back-to-back 2-game slappers. Okay, looks like everyone is here. I have no idea who Mr. Pakin is, but maybe coaching staff or something for N9TF Obsidian. Because I know last time Mr. Dave Looney was with us, but Mr. Dave Looney is not here with us today. Seems to be pretty busy with the schooling. Da-da-da-da. So it really does seem that we only use the Apex GG for Division 3. I guess, is that because, like, Apex is sponsoring just Division 3? Or it has to be, right? I don't know. If anyone has any insight on my inquiry, please do let me know in the chat below. I would love to hear about it. We got that Gerudo Valley! The best song to come out of Zelda! And I will fight all of you on this if I have to. Not gonna lie, it's my favorite map on Smash. Alright, looks like we started the draft on the blue side. Let's go. Taking Mr. JC's Zach away. Looks like we're taking Hui. We're thinking about, we took Hui away. Oh shit, Mr. JC getting hit with another ban. Damn. The 2-trick allegations are coming out and they're disgusting. At least it ain't as bad as what happened to Diddy. Anyways, we've got Hui banned on the side from DH Yuzu. Let's see what their second ban is gonna be. Looks like Yuzu's targeting Obsidian's mid laner. And Obsidian is just straight up throwing hands at JC. They do not want to see him on Udyr, Skarner, or Zac. Yesterday, however, we saw a triple flex with the Zac, putting the Zac in support, leading to a magnificent Game 1 draft by DH Plume. But that was yesterday, and this is today. Let's see what our higher elo teams can do. The clock's ticking, and it looks like we're going to go 3 bans in the mid lane. Insta-locking Volibear for the side of Obsidian. I want to think that Volibear is going top lane, but after what we saw yesterday, what we saw 2 days ago, I'm not too sure. Now Yuzu's clock is running down. What are we going to see? Wow. Damn, that's crazy, Calore. Alright, looks like we're going with Ricardo, the first pick for Yuzu. Hydrus is going to be piloting the Vestayan. Are we going to see an early Xayah pick? We are still on 1420, so Xayah isn't really like the Omega bag fumbler, but could be a solid 80 carry. Now it looks like Mr. JC just said he's tired of getting jungle banned, so he's gonna pick up Jarvan 4 for the jungle role. What is Obsidian gonna fight back with? I'm pretty sure this Volibear is top lane, but it could very well be jungle. It's currently A tier, the 1420 solo queue roadmap, but the Immortal Bear God top lane is also a viable path depending on what Yuzu want to play. The clock's ticking down, and we'll have to go see the chat. There seems to have been... Oh. What? That is weird. How? Okay. Looks like we're gonna lock in Rel for the side of... Alright, give me a second. Looks like we're locking in Aatrox for the side of Yuzu's top laner. So we've got heavy AD on the top side. You know, I was accidentally kicked from the lobby. I don't really know why. It looks like we're banning Renekton. A good pick into the Aatrox. What are Obsidian going to clap back with? I do believe Obsidian, Yuzu know that this Volibear is not a top lane. Looks like we're going to be banning Katarina away from the mid lane on Yuzu. Okay, locking in a Malphite ban for the side of Yuzu. Really going heavy on solo lanes. What's the final ban gonna be for Obsidian? We'll be joining the lobby back shortly. But for now, let's focus on finishing up this draft. Looks like we're going to be batting Syndra away. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Urkion is the mid laner for DH Yuzu. But I'll have to see. I'm not too sure. Alright. It's time for Yuzu to pick their 4th champion. What are we going to see out of them? Apologies on like the no-show for 2nd pick. It looks like we're locking in Jinx for the bot lane. So Jinx are calling a pretty powerful bot lane for the side of Yuzu. Obsidian have to lock in their final 2 picks here. Okay, looks like we are locking in Darius to play against this Aatrox. Yep. That's going to be a pretty bloody top lane. And we're locking in Ezreal to go with the Rel. A nice safe pick to try and get away from the Rakan engage. But also a champion with decent mobility to get out of the Cataclysm from Jarvan. The final pick for Yuzu is going to be their mid laner, and I have no idea what Obsidian's mid laner is because it's currently a blank icon. It looks like... I can't actually see what it is, but it looks like we're locking in Lissandra for the side of Yuzu as their mid lane. Won't be too long. I'll be back in the lobby very shortly. There seem to have been some lobby issues. It won't be too long, guys. Been a few technical difficulties tonight. Interested to see what the mid lane pick for Obsidian is gonna be. I believe they had to remake the lobby. There was some sort of issue. It will not be too long. We will be getting in there very shortly. Okay, both teams seem to be connected fully. I don't know why they got in the champ select. Give me a second here. I don't know what's going on. Do they not understand? Does Obsidian not understand that I need to be in the lobby to cast? Yeah. It's weird. Okay. Give me a second. Looks like I have to manually join a custom. Okay. I don't know why we had to remake the lobby, but... Okay. Alright, give me a second. Let me turn the draft off. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally getting underway. There were technical difficulties. I had to join the lobby through the manual tournament code that JC had to go find for me. Big apologies on our part. It was not intentional, but let's look forward at this beautiful draft set up by both Yuzu and Obsidian. I cannot wait to get in the game. Damn. Alright, we will finally see who the mid lane pick for Paradox is gonna be. Paradox is the mid laner on Obsidian. I believe it was the only thing during the draft that we did not know the missing link. Ooh. Alrighty. I'm excited. I'm excited. Do we have any live chatters in the audience? Let's get a prediction going for the score. At least for game one. Who are we thinking is taking game number one? Let's get some predictions going. Given by the draft on paper, I personally want to say that I could see Yuzu taking this if they play well. Oh, it's a Ziggs. Okay, interesting. It's been a really long time since I've seen Ziggs mid. I mean, I've only ever really seen APA play Ziggs mid, but if not, it's normally just been like an AD carry role. With the nerfs to his passive to buildings, it's felt kind of bad, but anyways, it looks like a standard mid-game team fighting comp from the side of Obsidian, and we have a pseudo late-game fighting comp for the side of DH Yuzu. Remember, the spectator delay is about 4 minutes in total. If you need to go get some water, use the washroom or anything else, remember to do so. Also, if you like what you see, be sure to also check out my YouTube under the same channel name if you want to support me some more. All VODs, Worlds coverage, and League of Legends content is uploaded daily on the channel. You can always expect VODs from a cast to be uploaded at 10 a.m. Eastern the following day of the cast. if you ever want me to cast during my days off for a scrim or something, all you have to do is send me a DM and I'll gladly come along for the ride. We'll make it an event. Alrighty. Spectator delay about to kick in. We got 3 minutes before the action starts. Shut up, telephone. I'll tell you when to ring. My damn phone. Always making that damn noise. Oh. Ooh. Oh. We got our stretches up. Remember to stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. With 3 minutes to go. Okay. While I love Brinstar, the song naturally puts me to sleep. So let's just put on something that's a little more exciting, you know? Something with that, like, that kick. Alright, we got Defy the Legends by Kamix. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music. It's for competitive integrity. At least when it comes to online events. Because when it's done in person, there's no delay. Well, there's no actual delay in person. It's okay. We spend a bunch of the spectator delay just vibing, having fun, and listening to good music. So, at the end of the day, it's all worth it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go get a water bottle real quick. At the speed of sound, I go zoom zoom, motherfucker, zoom zoom. Zoom zoom, motherfucker, zoom zoom. Alright, see, I came back in like 1 second. I was super fast. Zoom zoom, motherfucker, zoom zoom. Alright. So a really nice Lysandra skin. A Golden Ezreal skin. And the God King Darius skin. Let's get into it, boys. Let's go! We should be finishing the loading screen shortly. Alright, so you, this. Alright. Looks like we've got standard 5 points. Azor Staying in the back, though. Who's gonna be the first to put their ward out? We've got a sweeper on the side of Bearer. It looks like the bouncing bomb lands onto Urkion. The first little bit of damage, forcing Urkion back early is crazy. But there's enough time, the minions have not yet spawned, so Urkion is not punished, and Paradox's mana bar will basically refill itself all by itself. Looks like we've got some interesting keystone choices. There's a lot of Conqueror in this game. We got PTA on Ezreal and Volibear. Arcane Comet for Ziggs. Aftershock for Rel. We've got Guardian and Lethal Temple for the bot lane on Yuzu. And Electrocute on Lissandra. The rest is pretty much just the Conqueror. It looks like Just Too Hard is looking to play interference. Mr. JC is in a little bit of trouble. Oh, and the hemorrhage is going to be enough to take the first blood, even though that we hit the blast call plan. Mr. JC being put far behind in the early stages of the game. Not having a flash on Jarvan is quintessential. Some good poke from the side of Yuzu bot lane. And some decent trades by Paradox on Bangaduni. On Urkion. The fight for level 2. Both bot lanes have hit level 2. Mr. JC now on his blue side. It looks like Wershin's gonna take a recall to quickly go do his red side. The Grand Entrance forces the Arcane Shift away from the Ezreal. Looks like Ziggs has spotted Mr. JC. The shattering spear hits Bios, but Frozen gets hit by a nice zap to counteract some damage. The kill given to Hard is going to make it harder on Azor to lane. Azor hasn't been able to touch the wave much. It's getting denied resources. Mr. JC getting pushed out of his jungle once again. He's down 3 camps. And Bangaduni is going ham. Oh, Bangaduni manages to survive on a sliver of HP using both his summoners. But it's going to be enough. A disaster start for Yuzu. And there's not much they can do. Warshin is just here bullying the entirety of Yuzu. The domination from the jungle gap is starting early. Crazy. The pace from this Volibear is insane. Mr. JC with 8 CS to 24 on the side of Wershin. Looking for a possible camp steal on the bot side. He can't just let the Volibear permafarm all 4 quadrants of the jungle to himself. It looks like the Krogs are going to be started, but Frozen and Bangaduni have found Mr. JC once again, and there's not much Mr. JC can do. The flying and drag over the wall is going to be enough, and there's no remount, but Hydrus is getting pushed off. At least they saved the red buff from Wershin. But we are now almost 6 camps ahead on the side of Wershin. Frozen is going to get brought to the glue factory with that zap, zap, zap. And Jinx gets a reset, allowing her to do a decent trade onto Bangaduni. Bangaduni doing his best to absorb the pressure, but with no Sheen, he'll find it a little harder to take some CS. A nice Q1 coming in from the Aatrox, but it looks like the bot lane for Obsidian is starting to struggle. Bangaduni is taking a lot of damage. but at least he manages to clear the wave pretty well. He's got an 11 CS lead, so that's like really good. Bangaduni's recall gets interrupted by the Mystic Shot, and that's going to be pretty bad. Paradox is doing decently well in the mid lane for himself, and we see that Azor, even though he's been denied a metric ton of CS early on, is able to catch back, even has a CS lead. But what I'm worried about is the fact that Mr. JC just hit level 4 and Worshin's about to hit level 6. The fight for the red buff is happening over in the jungle. Let's manual camera this game. Oops. Oh, sorry. So far, it looks like we've got a trade in the bot lane. Bangaduni still not having recalled. Actually, no, we gotta go back to direct camera. I'm sorry, I tried. My brain stopped working. All right, it looks like Bangaduni's getting some good poke on the Bilos. The first dragon has been started on the side of Obsidian. Bangaduni really low on mana. But Mr. JC has to hold for Urkion. Looks like the first Hextech Drake goes over to Worshin. And he's taking the bot lane crab. Mr. JC finally having access to some of his camps. Let's look at some of the gold differentials. Only a 400 gold lead in the jungle. But it's that 500 gold lead in the top lane that I'm a little worried about. It's boots to items. So maybe the Aatrox is going to have a little bit of a harder time fighting. The hemorrhage stacks are starting to stack up. But the Ghost is popped for just too hard. Dodging that Q free beautifully. And we're going to see Azor forced to flash away. Urkion has to use the Frozen Claw to get away from here. And just too hard is about to get ganked. Is forced to flash away. The flash bear slap from Worshin is enough to take Urkion away, but the world ender is timing out, and now Worshin is making his way into the top side. Another beautiful set of abilities. Ooh, Azor almost getting caught by that after grab. It would have spelled the end of him, but looks like Mr. JC decides to just muffle his way into the bracket while Ziggs is going Allahu snack bar on them turret plates. Hydra's roaming mid to try and scare the Ziggs away, but Ziggs ain't scared of a support that doesn't do any damage. Bangaduni ulting just for fun, but taking the 1v1 against Bilos, and he's doing a lot of damage. Jinx going Kraken Slayer. So unfortunately, not the best first damage item, but looks like 3 grubs first Drake all the way over to Obsidian. Are we going to be able to see a comeback from our hometown heroes? Because right now it doesn't feel like it. The CS lead has been closed up in the bot lane, but unfortunately mid lane is now almost 20 CS behind. Urkion doing what he can, but pushed off the lane at an early point by the Worshin gang was pretty good. A nice decimate comes in by the Darius, but it doesn't hit what it needed to hit. It just cleared the minion wave. The hemorrhage is really good. Mr. JC's in the bot lane looking for a redemption play from that early kerfuffle, but Worshin is also here. And it looks like for right now, oh, that was a blind Mystic Shot. The Flag and Drag's got a miss, but the Cataclysm is up. The grand entrance into the Super Dance doesn't really find people, but the Stormbringer's gonna be enough to take down Mr. JC! And they chase, the Ezreal ultimate lands, and Bangaduni's on like 5 HP. Bilo's forced to flash with a sliver of health, but he will be able to make it out safely. Ziggs with the insane pushing power, taking really good trades. Urkion doesn't have any access to getting back early. Probably going Malignant's first item, I'd have to say. I think that's what that builds out of, because it's blasting one last chapter. But so far, Azor having a CS lead in the top lane despite being down a kill. Hydra's doing his best to hold, almost dying for it. It would have been a Mickey X feeling, if you know what I mean. The grab from Hard comes in. The Infernal Chains comes in from the Aatrox. Gonna slam dunk. The flag and drag hitting Frozen. But, Rel with a shield and Jarvan with no items. It's half an item difference for the jungle right now. Zig's a little bit behind, but with that tier makes it so that he has enough mana to just be able to play the game. Ezreal almost finishing his Triforce already is going to be a problem. Jinx opted to finish the Berserker Greaves early. It looks like Urkion is teleporting on the wave in the mid lane. The Frozen Claws forcing the flash from the Ziggs. Frozen gets a ward out. And it looks like we're just doing standard farming. Sheen came out from the Darius. I think we might be seeing a Triforce from the side of Darius. Okay, the Frozen Claw at the flag and drag with the Cataclysm. They really want to give Urkion the kill, and in the end, Urkion does get the kill. Unfortunately, Paradox was a little greedy, but Bangaduni is super low hit points. He can't afford to fuck up too many more plays. If not, he might as well just be Lededge. The Aftershock's gonna come out and the zap 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 hits Frozen. Frozen started to take a decent amount of damage from Fishbones. The Mystic shots are connecting to clear the wave, and it looks like Mr. JC is doing is in the bush. But I don't think Mr. JC wants to smoke. That Warshin is cooking. The Storm Shield comes, the Storm Shatter comes out and it doesn't find anybody, but it looks like Warshin's gonna take the primo example to start up the second dragon. It's an ocean dragon, so we'll get a good soul guaranteed this game, ladies and gentlemen. Malignant's finished for the side of Urkion. At this point, Darius is just starting to proxy farm, but he's down like 2 waves. Azor taking a bit of a beating, but he's doing what he can for now. Bangaduni almost finishing his Triforce. Ziggs taking first turret is pretty crucial. Oof! Oof, the bot lane is getting annihilated on the side of, Oof, that's a double kill for Warshin. Warshin's gonna be huge, and it looks like they're gonna give up priority on the Grubs just to take an extra turrets. That's interesting. They could have had 6 Grubs, but instead they really wanted a tempo advantage given for this Volibear, who is massive in this game. Mr. JC not having a game of his life. Looks like the Luden's Companion, aka American Magic, has been picked up for Paradox. We've got the Trinity Force and Zeke's Convergence picked up by the bot lane of Obsidian. There's still no Kraken Slayer on the horizon, but it looks like it's going to be a fight for the Herald that we are positioning for. Keep in mind, all objectives so far have gone over to the side of Obsidian. Bangatuni is much stronger than Jinx at this point, so they rotate the Jinx mid because there's no turret left on either the mid or the bot lane. The pink ward gets thrown over the Baron Pit, but it's not going to be effective. Darius almost finishing his Triforce. Rel blasting over the, jumping over the wall to take the Blast Cone, ensuring that they cannot stop this. Darius just sitting in the bush trying to run interference. It looks like the Rift Herald is just going to go towards Warshin, and I believe they just want to crack this top lane up. Mr. JC doing what he can to farm up a Storm, but he's still down 30 plus CS. Looks like Warshin is on his way to Skydive, Scorcher, this Aatrox. Mr. JC, Hydrus, and Bangatuni both see it, so they realize they gotta help Azor. Okay, looks like the Flag and Drag Flash combo is gonna be enough. The Magnet Storm comes out hitting 3 people, but The flag and drag shielded the Masius low combo, forcing the flash out of Bangaduni on the Aatrox Q3. Archeon pushed away by Paradox once again. Archeon kinda struggling to play this game. The mid-jungle difference is pretty massive. Bangaduni saving his life means that we're gonna get yet another turret in the mid lane. That's both turrets in the mid lane gone. Okay, just too hard. Going on a rampage. Just slam dunking. Looks like we're taking take number 2 at killing this Aatrox in the top lane. And looks like it's going to be executed with ease. A Super Mega Death Rocket gets blocked by Bangaduni to save no one. Lurshin is abusing Mr. JC in this matchup. Can Mr. JC make a comeback? He's looking for farming the butts out of his struggle. At least he gets a buff this game. Feels bad, man. I think that's like Mr. JC's second buff this game. If it's given her, she's one cool Kong home. Looks like we've got some item completions. The Trinity Force for the Darius. We've almost got a Deadman's Blade for the Volibear. Looks like Paradox is going for Leandri's Torment. We've got the Kraken Slayer and Zeke's finished finally on the side of Yuzu. Sundered Sky finished by both, was the first item for Volibear and is finished now by Aatrox. Looks like the Death Bush setup is working. But do they have enough? Do they have enough juice? No, the Magnet Storm's coming in. And there is going to be a reset on the Jinx, but Hydras is just going to die. The Frozen Claw isn't enough to come out. And Bangaduni with their Stormbringer. Bylus is going to take it. The Ezreal Ultimate's going to kill the Lissandra. And Azor's not able to come back from it. It's going to be a clean 4-for-1. It's a 5-for-1 ace on the side. We're dropping the Herald in the bot lane. Going to be breaking the turret open. And Soul Point's going to be taken. It looks like Yuzu have adapted the go next strategy. Another charge from the Herald, this time on the inhibitor turret. This is going to be massive. And that's the middle inhibitor turret taken. While Wurshin is doing what he can. Paradox and Bangaduni are going to come help Wurshin. But it looks like we're just going to take Infernal Soul Point. Infernal Soul, when you're already so far ahead. That was a beautiful Death Bush ambush by Yuzu, but they just kind of lack damage. They couldn't even kill a support. It really shows that there wasn't much damage on the side. And now at this point, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like if we toggle the gold, it looks like Bangaduni might have enough for his Muramana. Paradox almost has enough for an endlessly large rod. About 1,000 gold on the side of this Volibear. Okay, looks like we're going Transcendence. We're going Flicker Blade on the Volibear. We finished the Deadman's Blade, finished the Muramana. On Ezreal, I think once Ziggs recalls, we will have a Leandri's. And yeah, Darius also going for the same item, the Deadman's Plate, the movement speed, plus the slowdown on the auto attack really allowed him to just run DH Yuzu down. Hopefully we'll see some early game adaptations from Yuzu in games number 2 and 3. If we can make it to a game 3, because right now things are looking grim. Hopefully the players remind themselves that they need that warrior mentality. Never give up, never surrender, you know? A League of Legends game does not end until the Nexus explodes. Okay, looks like we are starting preparations around the Baron. It looks like we want to contest this red buff. Frozen gets found out, but Archeon hits a bomb for his troubles. They're starting the Baron. It looks like it's gonna be a no contest situation. On the side, we've got a 4,000 gold lead in the jungle, 2,000 in top, 2,000 in mid, 2,000 in bot. Yeah, it's about an 11,000 gold lead. This is insane. See, look at the damage is coming through from Yuzu, but like the support is barely taking any damage. I think here, just too hard. Oh, that was a massive heal, and is it gonna be enough? The Ezreal ult comes out, the Frozen Tomb into the Claw, the Grand Entrance into the Flag and Drag Q combo, and it looks like we traded Baron for 3 kills. What a little bit of a mishap from the side of Obsidian. DH showing some signs of life, still down about 10,500 gold. But this big Volibear is going to be an issue. At least Azor now almost nearing his second item. I want to say it's an Eclipse. Yeah, it looks like an Eclipse. Mr. JC finally getting around to starting his second item. The Zona's Hourglass finished by the side of Urkion is really nice. Looks like we've got a, I want to say a Runan's Hurricane or a Rapid Fire Cannon for the side of the Jinx as a second item. And it looks like Hydrus is being found out, gets caught by the dismount into the crashdown. And the Polar Bear just goes where he pleases. Mr. JC looks like he's going for the Kempok Chainsword as a second item. Very interesting build. Going to give him a decent amount of HP, the option of anti-heal, and a bit of ability haste, which is definitely needed on a champion like Jarvan 4. Looks like we're going Seraphs as the third item for Paradox. Deadman's Plate coming in clutch for Darius. And now we're going to be working on probably, oh, the Stormbringer. But this Warshin is huge. Oh. Looks like Bangaduni kind of just tanked the turret for like 15 years. Unfortunate. The Ziggs taking the bottom inhibitor turret. Yuzu have to make a decision. Oof. Okay, well that was a bot lane inhibitor trade. For 3 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills because 4 kills because Bangaduni just tanked the turret aggro. But that's the Infernal Soul on the line. The base is open for the side of Yuzu. Will they be able to contest? The Volibear is up in 12 seconds, but they have to start mobilizing. The Ezreal's already on his way. Aatrox finishing the Eclipse, but it looks like we're gonna get at least one more team fight before this game's going to end. Paradox trying to run interference, really doing a good amount, but Ezreal's barrage doesn't really find the targets it wants to land, but the minefield from the Ziggs is going to be zoning Yuzu away, and Bangaduni does seem to be doing enough damage that they're going to get the Infernal Soul. Looks like we're going for the Spear of Shojin as the third item on the side of Bangaduni. We've got the rapid fire finish for Jinx, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Looks like we're aiming for a game 2 draft. That's 2 inhibitors down for the side. Oh, they are on a ward, but they do not know about it. Obsidian forced to flash after getting hit by a zap zap zap. Ooh, that was a beautiful Astral Barrage. Ooh, what an insane! The Slam Dunkions are coming in for just too hard. The Flash The Flash rebounds, and Paradox with the triple kill. This Ziggs isn't anyone to joke around with. And with the Inferno Soul, it looks like it's gonna be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we've got game 1 over to N9TF Obsidian. With Bangadooney rejoining. A massive early game difference. Hopefully, our boys in blue are going to be able to make a comeback. Alrighty. Alrighty, it won't be too long. Just waiting for the tournament code. We'll be hiding in the tournament code just in case. Won't be too long, guys. Normally the teams take like a 3 to 5 minute intermission in between games to chat about like the potential draft adaptations and stuff. Kind of like how you see it in like the LCS for Worlds and stuff like that. So it won't be too long. I'm just waiting for an invite to the lobby. Unless, is it the same code? No, it's not. I should get Worlds event tokens for casting games. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Riot. Give me my Worlds event tokens. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, it seems there's a bit of a delay between getting the invite and stuff, so... Okay. It looks like they are just discussing the Game 1 draft real quick. We are having a small intermission. I will be let known when the second lobby will be open. For these matches, they are given 3 tournament codes. One for each match. One for each game of the match. So even though I have the first code, that first code was used up for the first one. So I need the second code to be able to join the second lobby, and then I'll need the third code for the third lobby. So it won't be too long. Just please be patient with me, and thank you very much. So for any active chatters, how do we like Game 1? I feel like that early game invade on the side of looks like the second tournament code is already. Alright, I will be joining. Alrighty, baba booey. I won't be long. I'm just waiting for the new draft link to be dropped, and then we will be switching over the screens. I'll have a better screen overlay. It looks like DH is taking the red side for game number 2. Oh. Looks like red side has been chosen for the side of DH Yuzu. In this game number 2, hopefully they are going back on red side. So our hometown heroes need to have a proper plan, because what happened in game number 1 was illegal. That late invade really threw JC off his game, and Wershin did a fantastic job finding Mr. JC at every opportunity, pushing him out of the jungle. When there's a 20 CS lead in less than 5 minutes in game, that's a little bit harsh. I think we are, wait, 4, 6, 10. Yeah, we are missing 1 player. I believe we are missing 1 player for this match. I wonder if the tournament code, like if the numbers mean anything. Is it like the 30,000 if match in the A57DFF bracket, or what do these numbers actually mean? Or is it just face keyboard, face keyboard, face keyboard, face keyboard? Because I think it's just face keyboard. Honestly, if I have to be honest, I really think it's just turbo face keyboard. We are missing Frozen on this draft. Alright, the spectator link has been dropped. We are now just waiting on the okay for the new draft. As again, we got N9TF Fox on blue, we got Yuzu on red. Just waiting on Princess Elsa, the support for Obsidian. It won't be too long. We'll be. Oh, looks like we're starting right away. All right, looks like we're gonna keep JC focused bans on the side of Obsidian. I think that's going to be the meta. putting him off his game was really quintessential, as I believe in the games where Yuzu wins, JC is comfortable in game. Oh. Oh, wait. Is the score fucked up? Oh, yeah. The score update is Obsidian is up 1-0 in the series. Apologies. I just updated it. Is it not shown? I can see it on my tiny little camera. Okay, it looks good now. Wait, I did? Did I misspell Obsidian? Oh, I wrote Obsidian. XD. Alright, so look, continuing on the draft, it looks like Obsidian are just continuing to bully. Oh, this time we are pivoting. The third ban from Obsidian is going to be at BIOS, whose Kaisa got a pentakill in the last cast we did. That Volibear from Worshin really warranted a ban because, man, it went to town on Mr. JC's ass. He ate it like it was a platter of sushi. I wonder why. Winky face. Looks like we are still going to respect Paradox's Syndra and Hui by giving them a nice ban. Looks like first pick, the Talia, came through because she wasn't banned this time around. Let's see if Paradox can have a good performance, but also Urkion's Katarina was let through, and Mr. JC with the Sejuani, the melee combo wombo chombo numbo duo for the mid lane. The permafrost is going to be happening. Alright, what are we pairing with this Talia? The Volibear's gone. Skarner and Zac are gone. I mean, the Maokai is still up. It's really good at interrupting Katarina and is naturally the counter. Oh, we're just going to go with the Lost King himself. And we're locking in Varus, the emo boy. Alright, not a lot of mobility on the top side of the map for Obsidian, but Varus, a little bit clunky-dunky. So let's see what Yuzu decides to pick, because I think Bangaduni had a fantastic performance in game number 1. Let's see if his Varus is up to par. Is he going to be the Legolas or the Lego don't? The clock's ticking for Yuzu, and it looks like Aphelios. Last second, frame perfect, final second of Aphelios, man. Wah! Let's see. Huh? 80 carries at Giltazy, you are crazy. You are crazy. But let's stay focused. Let's stay focused in the draft. What are Yuzu going to ban? We need to see our hometown hero shape up. Good morning, Tazy. It looks like we're banning Ornn away from Just Too Hard. Makes sense. They have a lot of damage. They kind of need a front line. $65 KDA, man, that's crazy. That's like LCK levels of performance. Yo, I'm surprised T1 didn't give you a contract, bro. You're better than Gumayu shit right now. Alright, looks like we're banning Renekton from the side of Obsidian. And we're banning Seraphine away from Obsidian's Frozen. I mean, I guess Seraphine is Elsa when you look at it. She's pretty hot and she sings Labadum. But we're banning Thresh away from the support from Hydrus. Sorry. I have to start remembering all these names. We've got the Aphelios and Lulu, so we've got the Seduction bot lane ready for you, winky face, if you know what I mean. You're a person of culture, but if not, well, I guess there's always time to get educated. Anyways, let's see what we're going to be pairing with this Varus in the bot lane for Obsidian. It looks like we've got the standard Varus Nautilus, a pretty deadly combination attack. And what are we going to choose in the top lane for Obsidian? Right now, we don't really have much of a front line, and we only have one source of magic damage. We'll have to see if this Varus is on hit. It's a Shen, a blind Shen, ladies and gentlemen. That taunt to get through the Katarina, slap, 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 with the Death Lotus, the big daggers, and the spinny, spin, spin. I really gotta learn some champion abilities, but man, like some of these champions, like by the way, do not hate me for what I'm going to be calling the Aphelios guns. I do not know their names, and I will not take the time to learn 19 different names for a single champion. Sorry, it's like Hui. I say Magic Fireball instead of whatever the Q is. It looks like we're taking the Darius for Azor. White, red, purple, something, something gun. Yeah, I call it, so I think the white gun's gonna be something like, how tight was the last game between one and my exes? One is the tight. It was like a -6. But it was tight in the sense that they just got fucked to the point of extinction. And now we're doing the dance of placements. The placement dance. Looks like we are ready. Alright. Game 1 was pretty nasty for the side of Obsidian. But let's see if with this spicy, weird solo queue Protect Aphelios draft, if it can change. Bylos is really gonna have to perform this game. Really didn't do much last game. I'm excited to see this mid lane matchup. No, Tazy. Macro was only good on the side of Obsidian. Yuzu were sent back to the Stone Age with the way they were playing. Well, I wouldn't say they had the worst macro, but they were so far behind it didn't matter. It took 5 people to try and kill the support at many points in the game. And often the support just lived. For too long. It's like when a 1-item round can tank like multiple 2-item champions, you know there's a problem. Okay. It's gotta be closer. If not, Yuzu are going home to eat sushi. Probably not paid for. We'll have to see. Thank you for the follow, lol Pocus. Hazy, you still haven't clicked the follow button. You should click the follow button. Unless you are Lolpocus. I can never tell. Sometimes it feels like the follower name isn't the same as the display name. Hey, there we go! We hit 175 followers. Let's go! It's okay, no worries. Got a good amount of viewers. We've got some great gloomy galleon music. I really don't know why it's always this song for the spectator delay. It's kind of funny. If I don't change it naturally, it just always will be gloomy galleon. Are you guys excited for the Clash at the Organizations later this month? No, it's okay. Don't worry about it, Daisy. We've got 3 minutes for the spectator delay. Remember to get your snacks, get some water, head to the bathroom real quick if you have to, because we're about to get in game for game number 2. I was sincerely impressed with your level of play yesterday. When I was told I was casting Division 4, I wasn't expecting Gumayushi to be playing. Got about 1 minute before we open the loading screen. Given the team comp, I think... Wow, and that is very intriguing. Given both team comps, I want to say the later the game goes, the more deadly this Aphelios is gonna be. But if somehow they can find a way to get on him, and there's a lot of dive threat on the side of Obsidian, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. Let's see if Bios is able to play the way he did when he got his hands on his Kaisa for his first pentakill of the season. Remember, if you like the videos, if you like the cast, you should check out the channel too. All VODs and League of Legends related material. Did you know it? Yeah. No, I had seen it. I was watching the game when you got your first penta. I wasn't casting at the time. But I was there. I saw it. It was magnificent. But anyways, let's get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Obsidian versus Yuzu, round number 2. I want to see a bloody game. LPL, crazy is our game. DH, DH, DH. Looks like we've got the death brush. If Bylus isn't careful... That hook from Frozen could spell the end of him. Standard 5-point from the side of Obsidian. Are we going to see a late invade? It looks like just Too Hard is making his way back to lane. If Aphelios gets caught here, this could be pretty ugly. Paradox has to get back soon or he'll be late. Looks like Worshin is going to start by invading the blue side for Sejuani, but Mr. JC has a decent lead in terms of starting. That's why he's going to take a leash, and we're probably going to see some vertical jungling. Fortunately, Mr. JC, even having had a lead at the start, is going to be a little bit behind time-wise. Worshin has already done his third camp. Bangadon and Frozen are doing a really good job freezing the lane. Sejuani looks to be crossing over, but Worshin is ganking in the mid lane. Looks like it's gonna be a 2v2 in the top lane, just too hard, and Azor taking a fight. Archeon is in a bit of a predicament. The flash from Mr. JC. Azor coming down. Okay, looks like Mr. JC isn't going to be the night camps after all. That was a really nice play for Mr. JC, using the advantage, the fact that he had his Q available to him. The shampoo being forced. Looks like Mr. JC isn't going to have all the time in the world he wanted to have. Worshin still up a decent amount of camp XP. It's interesting. Oh, the Shadow Dash interrupted by Darius. The Decimate is coming through. The Ghost. Mr. JC coming in for a gank. The Sejuani's gonna lock him down, and the Hemorrhage is gonna take him down like a woman's period. The Shampoo to clear the wave. Archeon going ham on Paradox, really showing him why this Katarina's been permabanned against him. But Worshin is here in the mid lane. The flash can come out, but oof, a nice shampoo. A nice shampoo just in time. Oof. Oh, just too hard, taking just 2 bad trades in a row. A flash decimate is gonna be enough to kill off this Shen. What a horrible play. Azor with a massive gold lead in the top lane. 800 gold at 5 minutes. This is insane. Darius gets a phage boost refillable. A lot of stuff. Mr. JC's own jungle isn't really his own anymore. Worshin's gonna get his first recall in. Gets a pickaxe and a dagger. Unfortunate that it's just that little amount of money. Mr. JC going to be able to competently clear out the sector of the jungle that Worshin was trying to protect. Mr. JC's camps, other camps, are also starting to become available. Worshin not even going to bother with it. He's just going to go do his Raptors. Katarina recalling, getting a getting a an Amtome and refillable with a pair of boots. Darius doing what he can to slam Dunkaroony's gonna be enough. And the bleed, unfortunately, the defensives don't stop. The flash coming in. Aphelios is going to die. Worshin takes the kill. Oof. Hydrus lives. Hydrus almost lives while the skin of his teeth burning. Both All 4 summoners burned in the bot lane and nothing was achieved for them. So, a little bit of momentum regained by the side of... oof, what a nice rock blast. The minefield is enough to... Oof. The flash from Frozen into the auto attack. Depth charge is gonna be enough. Wow, that was intense. Sorry, my brain farted a little bit. I didn't realize that Paradox was not on the same side as JC for a second. I saw the Sejuani charge on the Talia and I was, my brain just melted. Azor with a massive lead. Yeah, this Shen pick doesn't look too good. Worshin finally hits level 6 though, which is nice. Let's see, jungle-wise, is about caught up to what Mr. JC had, even though JC has a kill and an assist. Worshin also has a kill and an assist. But this gap in the mid lane is starting to grow a little by little. But there's a 700 gold lead bot lane. This Aphelios pick not really working out, down almost 30 CS at this point. But Mr. JC is going to control the first spawn of grubs. We've got about 1,200 gold for Worshin. Let's look at what he's going to be buying. We're going Blade of the Ruined King first. Okay, so we're going Vamp Scepter, Longsword. Wait. Interesting. Okay. Let's say we've got some positive trades in the mid lane, and there's a decent amount of poke. The Flail of the North is going to miss. The Heartbreaker comes out, but Bangaduni is left all to his lonesome. And the Shadow is gonna be enough! The Shadow Dash plus the Shed W is going to be enough! The Worshin is coming! And the Ferris Q is going to take the double kill! What a disaster for the side of Yuzu! This Aphelios is not working out after all. The Stand United was enough to save the Varus, and the Shed W saved him from the Pixies auto attack. That's not much. Urkion has to shampoo away, but Worshin is here. But on the good side for Yuzu, the Azor is huge. Well, they're pushing Urkion in. Can't give him solo pressure because in a one-on-one, Talia loses to this Katarina. Okay. Well, first turret went to Azor, who has double the gold that this Shen has. Shen's down 50 plus CS and 3,000 gold. They're putting the Aphelios up against the Shen for now because this Varus is too much of a problem. And if this Varus gets enough peel, it doesn't matter how fed the Darius is, he's just gonna die. Is Hydra's caught out? He doesn't have flash. The stun comes out. The hook comes out. And it's gonna be enough. Worshin has the soul takeover. But the Darius is here, and we don't have vision. The Flail of the North is gonna be enough. We gotta be careful. The Heartbreaker comes out, but the Nautilus gets caught. But there's a lot of damage on the side. Oh, wow. What an amazing team fight from the side of Obsidian. Bangaduni really flexing his muscles going, ba-da-da-da-da-da. This man really showing up to be the Lego Last that we needed in our lives. The Rings of Power, what have you done to my beautiful franchise? Give me back my sexy Orlando Bloom Legolas. But this Varus is going to be a problem, and the Darius was just used as like a meat shield. And the Shen is stronger than the Aphelios right now. And he can block auto attacks. Milos is in a lot of trouble. He's down 40 CS. And he's down 2,000 gold.
This Varus is going to start hurting, and if no one can get on him to kill him, this Varus is going to take over the game. Viego also finishing the Blade of the Ruined King. It's going to be a problem. We've almost got the first item over for Paradox, and it looks like I think a Lichbane for Katarina. I really don't know what the fuck mages build nowadays. I'm sorry. I don't play mages. I play Brian, and he builds like 2 burn items with like Leandries. So that's all I know about mages. Mr. JC finished the Zeke's convergence, but unfortunately, while the engage was really nice, there just wasn't any momentum to finish things off. Azor is getting a lot of plate money, but if this Darius isn't able to get the work done, he's up 3,000 gold on the Shen. But the rest of his team is kind of suffering. There's a 1,500 gold lead in the mid lane, a 2,000 gold lead in the bot lane, 500 gold lead in the jungle, and even a 700 gold lead in the support position. Azor's going to have to carry out of his mind. Looks like the second grub rotation is not being contested yet. The turret plates are going to fall off within a minute. So we'll see some things. Yeah, Darius can't really do much against the Talia. He can press Ghost, but he'll just be thrown away. Erkion shampoos to the blast cone because you can jump to objects, and it looks like we're starting the objective off on the side of Obsidian. Mr. JC decides that it's just better to farm. Paradox here to hold Azor in place. Yeah, Paradox with this Seraphs just has enough mana and damage to just clear the wave, so Darius isn't getting to the rest of these plates. Aphelios is working towards his collector first item. Oh, the grass from Shen, just too hard, dealing a lot of damage. Can Erkion survive? Oh, what a nice predict by Frozen and Erkion getting the stun into the hook. The turret's plays have fallen, but Erkion is a mess right now. Getting Goomba fluffled. And looks like it's free grubs apiece. We send Paradox to deal with Azor once again. The Stand United comes out from the Shen, and Mr. JC is forced to flash. Is just going to die to Paradox, giving Paradox some well-earned money. So that's some taxpayer grifting if I've ever seen some. Tax evasion, more like tax donations. Azor manages to get away. Really needs to start getting the engines running, or Yuzu's going to be buried in the dirt. Looks like we're starting the Rift Herald on the side. If we got them double Borks, Solstice Slay is the support item of choice for our main man, Elsa, the Frozen Queen. Looks like we are going, I want to say, Sterix Gauge on Azor. He's going to really need that HP shield if he wants to do something against this team. Erkion cut once again. Oof, oof, that enhanced Q from the Varus is very disgusting. This Katarina not seeing any success. I'm starting to wonder why it was banned. Maybe it's just a rough lane. But so far, Erkion has been getting Urka shitted on. Bangadooni, no, don't do this. Don't, Bangadooni, no. Oh, well, yo, the last time Bangadooni did this, he kind of just died at the turret. But this time, he almost died at the turret. He is on a ward, but he's got the enhanced recall, so I don't think they can stop it. Alright, looks like we got the Lock into the Iron Solari finished for the Frozen Queen. We've got a Leandris in the making for Paradox. Sunfire Cape on the Shen. Lichbane was finished for Katarina, and the Felios finally has an item. Still down almost 3,000 gold, but he's trying. Looks like because Katarina is not really going to be a focal point, the Shen can just build armor. Yeah, Katarina, unless she's ahead, she doesn't really do anything. I mean, so it's the case of like any assassin, just in general, a really bad meta call, I want to say. And there's not much. A tunneler coming in for Viego has a slightly magical boot, so he can run a little faster, finishing the Mercury Tread, so he can go down zoom zam. A Sarix Gauge finished up by the Darius. We have this massive power spike, but it's 2 dragons, 1 herald, 1 grub to the side of Obsidian. Can we see some pressure relief from the side of Yuzu? Looks like we're getting a war on convergence. No one's starting the dragon yet. Paradox can join with the Trump wall, but just too hard also has a stand united. Wars being cleared around the dragon pit. Priority to the river has been given to Obsidian. The flash force from the flail of the Great North. The stand united coming in from the Shen. Oof! Azor not able to make an impact! Fully stunned up! Azor just gonna die! Bylos not able to have an impact! Bang the duty flashing for the Lulu! Is Hydra's gonna be able to get away? The hook into the stun, into the wham bam baboozle! And it's a disaster for Yuzu! Call the fish market, cause we got some rotten fish in inventory! What a disastrous team fight! What looked like a good start by forcing the flash on the Talia turned into the Aphelios, kinda just getting gangbanged in his own jungle quarter. And Azor, with a massive lead, sadly isn't able to convert it into anything. This Shen, who was behind, who is still 3,000 gold behind, that stand united shield is enough to make anyone swoon. Looks like Baron's being pinged. It's up in 50 seconds by the Frozen Queen herself. We've got the Leandries finishing up a Thornmail here on the side of Shen. We've got a BF sword from Aphelios. I think that's a redemption for Lulu. I don't know. We've got that Jinsu's Rage Blade though for the Varus. The gold lead for the 80 carries are slowly closing, but there's still almost a 6,000 plus gold lead that needs to be contended with. Okay, looks like after a bit of A-ramming, Yuzu are able to re-pick up some momentum. What a disastrous start of a team fight for the side of Obsidian. Yuzu with their first good play this series. Stridebreaker proc comes in from the Shen, but the Shadow Dash is enough to get away. Sadly, they don't really have the money to get anything done, but we close the gold lead down to just 3,000 gold. The Aphelios managing to close the gap down to just 900 gold between him and the Varus. I believe that's a completed item. That looks like, is that an Infinity Edge? It is an Infinity Edge. Alright, so the Aphelios is actually pretty strong right now. Still a 3,000 gold lead in the top lane. 1,300 for the side of Worshin. And almost 3,000+ for the side of Paradox. This Katarina really not having the impact they want to see. But that was a horrible team fight to take. First Paradox gets caught. Then Worshin gets in and gets caught.
Then Bangadin and Frozen are just sitting there dying. So it gave Yuzu some catch-up gold. Yeah, Mr. JC catching up slowly but surely. The Baron is started. We've got double Baron plus Leandri, so that's a lot of damage. Azor's there, and the Stand United is available, but Azor doesn't have TP, so it looks like it's gonna be a 4v5. Hydrus gets caught out. Oh, Hydrus and Urkion getting caught out. Darius gets an extra turret, but the Talia ult is gonna be enough. Woo! Woo! Bangadon and Paradox making the hero play to save their team. What an insane team fight from the side of Obsidian. Worshin goes down really early, but those displacement fields are insane. The Rabadon's death cap now finished for Paradox, and we've almost got, I think, a Kraken Slayer? No, a Terminus for, yeah, I think it's Terminus for Varus. Azor's got a massive lead, but boop. Alright, looks like we're starting the Baron back up. Sorry, I had to take care of a naughty chatta. The Baron goes over to Obsidian. And looks like Cloud Soul is on the line. Azor's got a group, he's got 3 items, but now he's got to show what he's worth to his team. A beautiful Shadow Dash, but Hydrus gets caught out by Paradox. Shen flashing over the wall, Darius already ghosted, and that's a lot of the fighting power from this Darius just gone in the blink of an eye. Flash Q from the Nautilus isn't going to connect on Urkion. Shampoo just goes over the wall. And it looks like priority access to the river has been given to Obsidian. Darius doesn't have Ghost, and that's going to be Cloud Soul. Mr. JC has to try something. If this... Oh, Milos gets caught out. The wall is going to be enough. That's an insane amount of damage from Paradox, killing 2 people all by himself with Nautilus, and that's gonna be that's a 3-4-0. And Paradox is very low, but he has access to his TP in just a few seconds, and they took the Cloud Soul. Things are getting ridiculous from the side of DH Yuzu. There's not much that they can do. Is this just gonna be another week where Yuzu struggles to land the mark? Mr. JC not being able to find the impact that he needs in these games. Compared to what we saw yesterday, the jungle difference is absolutely insane. But Paradox and Bangadoon have had amazing performances these past 2 games. Alright, looks like they're grouping the push. Well, why are they recalling? They just... Okay. Oh shit, wow! Bangadoon just Paradox just one-shot a... Just one-shot a Criploom. Varus finishes Terminus, and Nautilus has 2 items! Looks like it was a Mikhail's Blessing for Lulu. We've got the Zonia's Hourglass now finished on Katarina. Warmog's on Mr. JC. And it looks like we did Sex Gauge. We're going to be... I want to say that's a Death Stance. We've got the Deadman's Blade on the Darius, but as shown, the Darius just is very low impact in these team fights, not being able to contribute. The Ghost burned super easily, and nothing was gone for it. And it looks like he is going, I think, a Force of Nature next, or something like that. I want to think this is a Force of Nature. But yeah, no, the carries from the side
of Obsidian seem to be untouchable. Bylos nowhere near his prime. He is trying, but he was set so far behind early that it's just not funny. At this point, that's another inner turret taken for the side of Obsidian. Woo! Hydra's getting caught by Paradox, is almost gonna melt, forced to heal, forced to use the Mikhail. No, the Mikhail's was not used, but that was a close one. Paradox is 4 items in, he does so much damage. It's not looking like a good week for the Yuzu boys. We've got some pressure here in the bot lane. Frozen gets caught by the aftergrab from Darius, but that turret is going to blow over once you sneeze on it. There isn't much. I think DH Yuzu have to give up that turret and let the Aphelios try and scale up. The looks like the Lord, I want to say the Lord Dominix or the LDR is next on the side of Aphelios. Yeah. Force of Nature was indeed the correct build path anticipated for Darius. Looks like we are... I don't know what builds out of a Caulfield's and a Steadfast Shield. Paradox is almost full build though. Looks like we're going Wit's End for the side of Bangaduni. And we are going for a Thornmail on the side of Frozen, the Iceblade Queen. Looks like an LDR was right. There isn't really much of a difference between LDR and the Frozen lands a hook, beautiful knockup, Hydra's just melts, double dash, and Azor's just getting destroyed. Diego goes to find him, but the ghost comes out. But that's a 2 for 0 right off the bat. Baron's gonna be up in just a second. And it looks like we're gonna be taking it, ladies and gentlemen. That's some insane Baron damage by Varus. This monster is just melting. Okay. And now we're sitting at an 11,000+ gold lead. Diego finishes his Death's Dance. Shen finishes his Knight's Vow. We've got the Wit's End now finished for the side of Bangaduni. Nothing else really being finished up. And Diego even has a red pot. He's out for blood. He just wants this game to end. He wants to take his 2-0. Magnificent performance by Wershin. A really, really good jungler in this Division 2 bracket that I had the chance to cast. Urkion, unfortunately, and Mr. JC kind of struggling to lay the mark in both games 1 and 2. Looks like the Elder Dragon is going to be started off for the side. A beautiful knockup. Immobilizes Mr. JC. Mr. JC gets cleansed, but Urkion gets killed. Urkion, Paradox is just out here assassinating people. The Heartbreaker comes out. Azor isn't able to get on people, and that's a 4 for 0. Hydra's forced to flash away. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 4 for 0 at Elder, and Elder wasn't even taken. Yuzu's down so much gold they had to try something, but when you're down 13,000 gold, you Mad Lions Airport speedrun your way to the next game. But there is no next game. It looks like your winners for this match are N9TF Obsidian. A 2-0 clean sweep by Wershin in the gang. I want to thank you guys, as always, for coming to watch the stream. Sorry if the casting sounded a bit different. My throat was pretty sore. This is the 4th cast in a row that I've done, like the 4th day in a row that I've done the cast. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed it. Sorry for the delay at the start. I hope everything went according to what you guys wanted. The VOD is going to be up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And raid Crazy Mimi? I don't know who that is. Okay. How do I raid? I've never done that. Raid channel. Okay. So search Crazy Mimi. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start the raid. I don't know how it works, but I'm gonna click the start raid button. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Crazy Mimi. Alright, here we go. We're raiding. Bam. Did it work? I don't know. Okay. We are raiding. Hey, let's go. Alright, so for those interested in my live stream, thank you. We'll be back. Starting Friday. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Take care.